everybody, and welcome back to Simian Jimmy's Treehouse podcast. And boy, howdy, do we have a real brain trust up in the Treehouse today. For the first time ever, I have more than one guest. Who knew that so many men could fit in the same little treehouse? We're about to test our limits. I am, of course, Simian Jimmy, joined by a guest who was on many moons ago. That's right, Randy the Wild Horse.
Hey!
Randy, how's it going over there?
Oh yeah, outstanding, Jimmy. I'm glad you had me on, and ever since you've had me on your show, I've met all kinds of outstanding people. Honest, I used to be with a bunch of clowns some time ago, but the clowns are down. Now I'm with real friends. So
the circus is no longer in town.
That is right.
Well, speaking of circus freaks, we also invited on Hartsy.
Yeah.
If you're doing like a big scream, Discord cut you off, so try that one again.
Yeah.
There you go. The same thing happens to Florian. Every single time I introduce him on Is It Kino, it cuts off his first word. There's like nothing I can do about it. Hartsy, how have you been doing now that summer break is in full swing?
You know me. I'm just chilling and black pilling. I got no worries to worry about. I'm just dandy.
What was your credit or your report card? Not your credit card. What was your report card like at the end of the last semester? All A's, I have to imagine.
Just enough to pass.
Oh man, Randy, you were better than Hartsy in school, right? I imagine you got a bunch of A's back then.
No, I got C's and D's, and I used to go out in my car and get stoned with a bunch of idiots that used me and stuff like that, you know.
Wait, you used to ditch high school class to go smoke weed in the car?
Yeah.
Oh my, dude, legitimately based. I am impressed.
And drink too, but I prefer to get high and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, my dad put the fear of not God, but the fear of military school in my head, and I was straight edge throughout all of high school. Was never smoking or drinking or nothing. It was not until even after college that I really embraced some of those things. So I'm proud of you, Randy, for being an early bloomer.
Okay, I kind of like to play a game with it where I try to figure out how much little effort I can put and still pass. That's kind of like my little game.
So, and the game's giving you all D's?
Yeah.
D's nuts?
Yep.
Well, speaking of high school, I know, you know, Hartsy had a high school story he wanted to share. Maybe Randy has some other high school stories to share. Maybe this will be like the high school reminiscence podcast.
I mean, well, not really reminiscing for me because I'm still in it, but...
Randy, how does that sound? Do you have any high school adventures you want to share?
Let's see. Now I'll try to remember back there. Like I said, I got stoned a lot in my car. And,
yeah, it's going to be hard to remember.
Yeah, and I used to let other people use my car like an idiot. And like, I put my father's picture on my pinned tweet a while back. Did you see my father when he was like very angry?
Well, one of your cherished memories is a photo of him being very angry.
Yeah. Remember when he was carrying a sack of flour home from the grocery store?
Oh, I think I might have seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah. He was. See, we just used to get like drunk in the bars often. My father and I'd like pick him up every Friday. Lots of times at the tea shop out in Fremont, Minneapolis. And he'd be all drunk and stumbling and stuff like that. I even drove on a permit, at times. Which person could get away with that anymore, really? No, that's the truth. No lie. Honest to goodness, it's the truth.
That your dad would drive drunk?
I drive him home.
Oh, you would drive him.
Permit from like 73rd Avenue North in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, all the way to about 42nd in Fremont. I drove on a driver's permit. I didn't have a driver's license yet. Picking up my dad, stumbling out of the bar drunk.
Yeah, I think that's something that maybe the coastal elites don't understand is that here in the Midwest, you can get a school driver's permit at like 14. So my 14-year-old, like 5'1" ass was driving to school all the time, basically like in 8th and 9th grade. So stay jealous, California.
I mean, here we gotta wait until we're 15, so you guys get a whole year before us.
Yeah, get cucked.
15 here too, but see, I was supposed to have an adult with me, but see, my late uncle Ed, he refused to go to the bar and pick up my dad because he's like a strong non-drinker. So I guess I was picked to do that.
Well, Hartsy, I know you had a dramatic story you wanted to share. Was this from? What are you going to become? You're becoming a senior next year, right?
I'm becoming a junior next year.
What, did you get held back like 5 times? Aren't you like 18 years old?
No,
no.
I started school 1 year late, so I should be in 11th grade now and going into 12th, but I'm in 10th grade going into 11th.
You know, I think I do remember we talked about this on the Mumkey and Hartsy show, and I also made fun of you back then, so I'm glad I could do the same thing again now.
I hope your parents are understanding, Hartsy.
Oh, no, they hate him. They beat him. They put batteries inside of socks and beat him so that it doesn't leave any bruises.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did that.
I've had those millennials and stuff. They'll tell you, oh, back in our time, we didn't drink, we didn't smoke, and all that stuff. And, oh, our songs are wholesome and all that. That's a bunch of shit, really, you know.
Randy, what generation are you technically a part of? Are you Gen X?
Let's see. I was born on October 14th, 1964, so I turned 18 in about 1982, so I don't know what that would be exactly.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out if you would fit into baby boomer, because Hartsy...
Yes, I'm a baby boomer. Because
so we literally have a boomer versus zoomer legitimately on this show.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well,
the prophecy has been fulfilled.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now you go ahead, Mandy.
You see, a lot of those baby boomers, you know, they just tell a bunch of fucking bullshit, you know. Like, oh, we're good and all this. You know, just like my generation of parents and stuff, when they used to say, oh, we didn't drink, we didn't smoke, we were good kids. We always obeyed our teachers. And my mother sometimes would say, like in North Dakota, they'd tip over outhouses and stuff like that for fun.
Yeah, baby boomers, they love to lie. Yeah, one famous lie, they said, trickle-down economics will work. That was a good one. I mean, they sure showed us. But Hartsy, let's hear about how, what, you put your whole school into lockdown? Is that true?
Yes. This is the story about how I accidentally caused an internal lockdown at my school.
Okay.
Wow.
Am I somehow involved? Were you playing one of my videos too loud?
No, you are not.
Thank God.
But, alright, a few years ago, I was a bit of a, what you would call an edgy kid, you know? I really liked, like, now I'm way toned down. I'm not like that big into edginess anymore. I still like it, but that's not me. But
which, it's a miracle that at the age of 17 you've arrived to that conclusion. I think a lot of people, maybe not until like their mid-20s, really get to the point where they don't just want to yell the N-word in public because they think it's funny. Yeah. So, you know what? Good for you, Hartsy.
Yeah. Character development.
That's right.
But I used to be insanely edgy, like retardedly so. And
well, let's hear some examples.
I actually don't remember the joke that caused this, but it had to be something bad enough to get the attention of an officer.
Well, let's see if we can spark your memory here. Did it have to do with threatening your fellow students?
It did not.
Did it have to do with bringing some sort of weapon to school?
I was never dumb enough to make a joke about threatening violence or anything. I was never that fucking retarded. But I was stupid enough to make like jokes about mass shooters, you know, jokes about Columbine, you know, all that shit.
Yeah, I distinctly remember when I was in high school, I think it might have been the Sandy Hook shooting or something, and like we're in a school and we get this news that a bunch of kids got shot up in a classroom, and it took me less than 2 minutes to start cracking out some jokes about it. I recall one saying that the kids wanted to go to the library to get books, but all they got were magazines, and my locker partner thought that was a real stitch. So I was also just like you in high school.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I forgot exactly the joke that caused this, but I must have said something at some point that got the attention of the school resource officer. The officer in question was looking for me during school hours. I'm pretty sure it was third period, which at the time was my history class. And he came to the class and he pulled me out and he said, "We got a stern talking to you. You know, I had a lecture waiting for me."
So they didn't go over the intercom and say, "Hartsy Protsy to the principal's office, Hartsy Protsy."
Oh yeah.
No, but
wow.
They did something even worse later. They pulled me out of the class and sat me in the office, and I had like an hour lecture where I tried to explain to them that it was just a retarded joke and that I mean no harm. That I'm a good kid that would never ever do anything.
So you lied through your teeth.
Exactly. That's a joke. That's a joke for any feds listening.
Feds, yeah.
Yeah, there's some real feds out there.
And you're not even saying that for the podcast. You're saying that because there's an Alexa in your room and you know the feds are listening through that?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, after like an hour of me trying to explain to them that it was just a stupid joke, and them lecturing me, they eventually said, "Okay, this was just an example of a dumb joke gone wrong. Let's let him back to class." All right?
Oh, so happy ending.
Yeah, happy ending, huh? So
let's pause right here at the halfway point. Randy, do you have any thoughts on Hartsy's story so far? Did you make any edgy jokes when you were in school?
Well, I didn't exactly make edgy jokes per se, but I remember this one police officer in Osseo, Minnesota named Pistol Pete. They used to call him. And one kid named Chuck used to make a joke about him. Was that Pistol Pete suck my meat, And and anyway, a lot of times there's these kids, they like knew where Pistol Pete was, and they like put M80s in his mailbox and like blow it. If I didn't see it myself, to be honest with you, I never witnessed it because I wouldn't go around putting M80s in mailboxes. Not me. No way.
Yeah, have you ever seen that movie, The Butterfly Effect?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, do not be putting dynamite in people's mailboxes, people. No. It's not that funny of a prank. Bad things can happen. Yeah,
that's a felony. It's a serious felony.
What about anthrax?
Anthrax, ricin and anthrax are okay.
They're funny.
I'm sorry.
Wait, so your friends blew up Pistol Pete's mailbox, Randy?
No. These weren't my friends. I just heard some kids in school talking about it. These kids would actually, do it. But,
to be fair, I can't think of a social group in America that deserves their shit blown up more than the police, so I can't even be upset about that.
For me, it depends on the police officers. Most police officers I've gotten along with, but there were some that weren't really very nice. That one police officer, I'll say his name, what the hell? Dan Stacy used to be a police officer in Monaga. He was a real cornball. I mean, God.
What makes him a cornball?
Yeah, one time I got busted, like buying for minors.
God, Randy.
Anyway, when I went out of my car, I was going to change my mind, like buying liquor for him, and then it was kind of a setup by the liquor store. Okay, Aaron Fairbanks told me, he says, that one guy, he got busted, and he lives in Fargo, North Dakota. He started time in prison. Well, anyway, yeah, he says, "Hey, Randy, come back here. I'm going to kick your fucking ass if you don't buy us liquor." And I went back and bought liquor, and they sold it to me, and then the police caught me in the Monaga Midsummer Celebration in 1989, and I ended up arrested and doing community service at the time,
What kind of community service do they put you on?
he just had me do janitor work in the school, and there's this one.
Oh, smart. This man is known for buying alcohol for minors. Let's put him in the school. What could go wrong?
Well, Delbert Warmbolt, that one head janitor, he was a real strange fuckhead. I respect him, by the way. Anytime I was done, vacuuming the rug, he'd say, "Randy boy, sweep the floor. Randy boy, wash the windows. Randy boy, scrub the toilets." He kept calling me Randy Boy all the time.
And that nickname has stuck around?
No.
Oh.
No, he was the only one that said it.
Oh.
But anything he did, he could back up, though. He bragged a lot, but he could back everything up. You know, some people are like that. And then he gave me an hour. He says, "Randy boy, I'll give you an hour off." He says, "You better stay away from those guys, because someday, Randy boy, you're going to be in prison." I said, "Yes, you will, Randy boy. You're going to be in prison," he said, and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, technically, you know, COVID America was a prison for all of us, so he wasn't wrong.
Yeah. Oh, it was heaven for me, being able to sit inside all day and do nothing.
Yeah, do Zoom
great.
classes. Let's hear the rest of your story, Hartsy. I'm dying to hear the second happy ending to this tale.
All right. So they let me off after realizing it was just a stupid joke and I'm just a dumb kid, and they let me off, right?
And you really can't remember what the joke was. You're not just saying that?
No, I've said so many really retarded, edgy jokes during my time in school that I literally don't know which one it was.
Okay.
So so they sent me to class, and I guess the superintendent got wind of this, and she was like, "Oh, you did the right thing and let him go just for making a stupid joke? Oh, you shouldn't have done that. You need to send back the officer to go get him."
That's right. We need to set an example. No more humor in our classrooms.
Exactly. And I was already back in class at this time, and the lights were off and we were watching a documentary. This officer...
you guys were watching What is a Woman?
No, we were not.
Okay. What kind of class are you even in?
Yeah, what kind of class?
Yeah.
But the officer went looking for me, and I kid you not, it's a dark room, and I'm sitting maybe in the third row, so not at the front, but not at the back.
You're sitting like in the anime protagonist spot next to the window?
No.
Oh.
It's in the middle of the class, like right dead in the middle, in the third row.
Okay.
And the officer comes looking for me, and I kid you not, he sticks his head in the room, does like a sweep, and says, "Oh, that's good enough," and walks out. And I guess he didn't see me.
They couldn't see the brown kid in the dark. You should sue for discrimination.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. So he stuck his head in. He didn't see me. I mean, and he went off like, "Oh shit, he's gone. He's not here. What could this kid be?
He's on the run.
What is he doing?
He's got an AK-47.
Yeah. So he fucking ran back to the office and said, "Brown alert! The kid isn't there."
Literally a brown alert.
No. And he said, "The kid's not there. He's gone." And then the superintendent was like, "Oh shit, well, we might as well not go and look just to make sure. Let's just call an internal fucking lockdown because we couldn't find this one kid in a dark classroom." So they called the internal lockdown drill just because this retarded fucking officer couldn't spend more than 5 seconds trying to look for a kid.
Why not open the door and say your name?
That's what I was thinking.
Why not get on the intercom and say, "Will the brown kid please come to the office?"
Yeah, he should have done that, but he didn't.
So what is an internal lockdown? Like everybody has to duck and cover under their desk?
Yes. Everyone has to duck down, get into the corner of the room.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the doors all the windows have to be covered. It has to be completely dark.
Because you might have been in the bathroom?
Yes, because I wasn't in my seat, which I was. He just didn't see me. But
what chance do our students have of getting a proper education when the people in charge of them are this fucking stupid?
I don't know. This has to be the most retarded school administration that exists.
Yeah, the kids are not all right.
Yeah, but now we got like every kid in the school is hiding, crouched down in the corner of the room,
terrified. They're texting their parents, "I love you. I might not make it home."
Yes, all these kids terrified that something bad might happen, all because the school attendant was so fucking retarded and didn't think, oh, well, maybe we should look a little harder in the class instead of just doing a small sweep.
Maybe we should leave Hartsy alone because he didn't do anything.
Exactly. But yeah, they realized that I was there eventually. Like, they came back and knocked on the door. And you gotta remember, this is a fucking lockdown. If someone comes and knocks on your door, you're gonna be fucking terrified.
You gotta grab your textbooks and get ready to start throwing them in the corner.
Yeah, so now everyone's scared. Everyone in my class is even more scared.
You think that the shooter is trying to get into your specific classroom?
Yes! It's just that dopey fucking retarded school officer. He comes in, he looks at me, and he's like, oh, Zom, he's here. And they pulled me out again, asked me where I was, and I kid you not, I had to sit there and explain to them I was sitting in my seat the entire fucking time, you fucking retards.
And did they not believe you?
No, they believed me after a few minutes of me trying to convince them I was in my class. They asked my teacher if I was there, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, he was there." I don't know why I said she because I was talking about the teacher. He was there.
So.
Man.
I mean, I believe there's a concept known as a double jeopardy, that if you get away with the crime the first time and they don't find any new evidence, they can't try you again. Why are they trying you again? And did you get punished the second time that they called you in?
No, I didn't get punished because it was a very retarded mistake. Like, I genuinely had to tell them that this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen, like, any like school official do. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've heard anything quite as stupid. I think I might have to agree.
Yeah, so I went home. My mom got a message saying, just like, they didn't explain anything. They said, "Hey, Miss Hartsy Protsy, Mrs. Protsy, your son caused a lockdown today. We just wanted to let you know."
What? That's a little unfair.
Yes, no explanation. Just, hey, we just wanted to let you know your son may have caused a lockdown today. And I had to
and your mom said,
her,
"Okay, he's going back to the orphanage. I've had enough."
Yeah, exactly. And I've been there ever since. Fuck that school.
Wow, that's just baffling. Wow, man.
Randy, have you ever heard of such incompetence?
It's just weird because back in the old days for us, like in Hartkoff Park, 2 blocks from our house, like every Friday night, they'd have like parties over there drinking and smoking dope. I mean, and they were like very loud too. And a lot of people used to like do that in their cars. Not everybody, but a lot of people, you know. And plus, in our high school, you know, we had like a back 40 where like 16 and 17-year-olds can go smoke cigarettes and all that stuff, you know. And yeah, and Pistol Pete was like the only cop who was like running around town and running in schools, and you know, and well, the teachers did place the kids. Some of the teachers were kind of rough, yeah. But other than that, they didn't really. They like search the lockers like once a year, and of course everybody had their stuff, and then some put it back in their locker. I put stuff underneath the seat of my car, you know, and all that. Oh yeah, I knew so many drunken druggies. It isn't funny. Now these fucking millennials are just a bunch of hypocrites, really. You know.
So do you think smoking weed during school leads to good things? Is this a piece of advice Hartsy should take into account for his next 2 years of high school?
I've known some people that have like done real well late in life, and there's some that haven't, and I'm sure there's some that were sober. See, I didn't really pay attention to like any of the people after high school. We all basically you know, went our separate ways. So
that's a roundabout way of saying Hartsy should, you know, 420 toke it instead of going to gym class.
I'm super straight edge. I would never in my.
Did you just say you're super straight, Hartsy? I think that's offensive to say for trans people.
Straight edge.
Yeah, super straight is what you said.
No, I said straight edge.
Well, Randy, are you super straight?
Basically, I try to lead this straight life because I just got sick and tired of always looking over my shoulder for cops and stuff like that. See, back in the old days, like in the 80s, I could usually tell with cop cars because the cop cars would have like the square headlights, and most of the younger people drove cars with the circle headlights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, they started the square headlights, I think around 1977 or something like that. So, see, I used to be this guy that watched for cops, They allowed them like me to be with because I could spot cops faster than anybody.
You were the lookout.
Yeah, I'd say, fucking pigs! Oink, oink, oink!
Red-pilled. Everything I'm hearing is red-pilled.
Yeah, you see, I used to be from the other side of the law. I've done little vandalism in the past, which was fucking stupid of me. I'm such a fucking idiot that way, but
Well, it depends. What did you vandalize? Because some things are more vandalizable than others.
I did vandalize houses a little bit. Sometimes, like in a city park, sometimes I like go in the bathrooms and just leak on the floor and stuff like that. And then one guy, he'd leak in the kid's swimming pool, which I never do because that's too disgusting.
But he would pee in the swimming pool?
Yeah, in the public swimming pool.
Wow.
That was before they had security cameras, at the parks and stuff like that.
And before chlorine, too. They just had to swim in piss.
No, they had I think they had. Do they have chlorine in the Minneapolis pools? I should have checked on that.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Well, Randy, do you have any high school stories that might be similar to Hartsy's? Did you ever cause a massive mischief by mistake?
Let me think. No, not really, but I used to have a stupid nickname. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Do you know what a Gorgie is?
A Gorgie?
I do not.
Sounds like a corgi dog mixed with a gargoyle.
No, Gorgie. Gorgie or some shit.
Yeah,
like
Gorgie.
Yes,
that's my final answer.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, they called me that because one day in high school, in Africa class, we watched a show called Roots. I was called George at first after this one guy named Chicken George, who was a son of a slave who got raped by her master, or something like that.
Wait,
Kissy, yeah.
Randy, just to be clear, you had a class in high school called Africa class?
Yeah, yes.
Whoa, no way.
Yeah, but Mr. Skoglund. He was a very good teacher. He was like a combat veteran from Vietnam in the artillery.
Was he a white man?
Yeah.
Okay, he's probably qualified.
Yeah, no, he was actually a non-racist, and he was
thank goodness. We need more of those in schools.
Yeah, he was really cool and stuff. Yeah. Well, anyways, I was called George at first. I thought Chicken George on Roots at school. Of course, with those movies and stuff, like those documentaries, I think like Alex Haley, they probably paid him extra money to exaggerate a little bit, to make things happier than they really are. I'm sure. To
make the Africans look happier?
Kind of like that. And, well, you know how it is.
I did not actually, my school did not have Africa class, so I actually don't know how it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, seriously, we had a class called Africa, yes.
What kind of stuff did you learn there? Just like the history?
Yeah, the history of Africa, and Mr. Skoglund would talk about the people, the tribes and stuff like that, and he'd say, "Yeah, I wish those missionaries would leave those poor people alone.
That's right.
Yeah, they should be the way they should be." And I thought, wow, why not?
Although to be fair, the Book of Mormon is a great musical.
Well, I was growing up, at the time religious and stuff like that, and of course, like I say, my dad just loved to get drunk every Friday, and my dad, he was basically a racist, Like,
so he tried to get you out of Africa class. He said Europe class is the only good one.
No, not at all. No.
Oh.
Not at all. No, he didn't do that. No. See, I couldn't like bring certain people like over to the house, like black, because my dad would like call blacks those, worthless niggers. And,
yeah, the kind of stuff Hartsy would say on a daily basis.
Bro.
I don't think Hartsy would have passed in our house. I don't think my dad would. Yeah, he was a racist. My dad was a racist. Right?
Yeah, Hartsy would not be able to get through my front door either. So me and your dad have a lot in common.
Yeah, and I was a racist myself. But be honest with you guys, I looked at ladies from different races, and I had fantasies about them.
That's right. Like, that's the ultimate cure, is jungle fever.
Well, it's not just all races, besides, black, brown, yellow, and white. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're tall or short, as long as she's... Never mind.
No, I think that is a good point. I think that is a good lesson. I mean, the fact that you can acknowledge you were raised by a racist person and that they imprinted those beliefs onto you, and that you were able to outgrow that and, change and become a better person because of your healthy male sex drive, I think that's an inspirational story. I think every man should strive to get a woman of, every color of the rainbow to really prove that they're not racist.
Oh yes, but he let one person in was my aunt Genevieve. She came from the Turtle Mountain Reservation and up by Rolette, North Dakota. She was. Let's see, what was that again? Chippewa. Yeah, she was full-blooded Chippewa. That's right.
Well, yeah. Hartsy, which race of women are you most attracted to?
I don't want to go into that.
I mean, as a man who's not white, I'm curious if the answer is white.
I don't. I really don't.
Well, what about you, Randy?
Oh, it doesn't matter what race the lady is, as long as she's like really wild and stuff like that.
That's right.
And do certain things, behind like closed doors or whatever. We agree on doing on certain fun things that I won't say, Well,
I've always said, any woman is fine by me as long as she's not Italian. Don't need any filthy wops in my bed. Don't need those venereal diseases. Am I right, boys?
I'll take them off your hands. I'll take those pretty ones.
Yeah, you could take those Italian women off my hands, Randy. You can keep them.
I like Italian food, not the people.
That's thank you. Finally, somebody says what we're all thinking.
I'll take the pretty Italian ladies to have fun with you.
Yeah, perfect. Well, should we move on to some of these Patreon questions, or did you guys have more?
I actually have one more thing that I thought of to add on to my lockdown story. Because I forgot to mention that afterwards, because all the kids in my class saw me get pulled out after the lockdown, we put two and two together, and for the entire of that year, I was known as a school shooter kid.
Good reputation to have. People will fear you. Nobody will bully you ever again.
Well, actually, no. That just fueled the fires more. People would say something to me, and I would say, "Hey, that's not cool," and they'd be like, "Whoa, don't shoot me, man."
Did you embrace it, or do those memes still haunt you to this day?
I just really didn't play into it for a year, and it faded away.
Oh, okay. Wait, so if you ignore bullies, they'll leave you alone?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Maybe Wings and DSP should maybe take some notes.
I can coach them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Randy.
Oh, I just feel sorry for the younger people, how they're treated, It's just sad. My generation's being a bunch of fuckheads, really.
Yeah, I don't feel good for anybody who's currently in the school system, especially after all the COVID shit. I'm pretty sure that all of our nation's youth are about 3 years behind in education, and there's no way for them to catch up. The next generation of humanity is literally just going to be more stupid than the previous, and the current one is already stupid as fuck to begin with. So
yes.
I think
Good thing my natural intelligence is enough to outweigh the school system.
Yeah, it's terrible, really.
I just think that Mike Judge might have seen the future with that Idiocracy movie, where, like, in the future, everybody's just a big retard. I think we're getting closer and closer to that every day.
Yes. I just hate how today's kids are really treated, because back in my day, you know, we were basically a lot more free. I mean, no, we were a lot more free. Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, is that it? Should we move on to the questions?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, Jimmy. I
No, it's all good. Toot Jr. wants to know, this is for you, Randy, how is the CPAP machine helping your sleep? I hear it took forever to get one. There's a shortage of them. Turns out my brother has sleep apnea too, so I'm glad you got one, and I didn't end up bringing you the spare I got from my dad. I hope you got some good Z's.
Yeah, it's the time, and I was put on the critical list, because before that, okay, I'll try to make it short. At the time, I couldn't sleep, you know, and I was driving my brother after helping me move. I accidentally hit that deer out by Regal, Minnesota. I mean, I was just high on lack of sleep, and, you know.
Yeah, can you recall, what was the longest amount of time you went without sleeping?
Oh, I don't know. It's just that I barely slept like an hour at a time. I'd get up and sleep and get up and stuff like that. It's horrible. They say people with long necks have trouble breathing, like, later on in life. So, I mean, big necks. I mean, and I got a big, thick neck, so, you know.
Oh, man, I might be screwed.
Yeah. I love sleep, so I couldn't imagine how bad something like sleep apnea would be. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, were you getting, like, hallucinations and shit?
Me? Yeah, kind of like that, yes. Yeah, I sometimes I couldn't drive my car. I'd have to pull over to the rest stop. One time it was near Minneapolis. I had to pull over to a rest stop, and I had to sleep for a little over an hour. I mean, almost every parking spot was full, so I parked by the truckers' parking spot.
Did any ladies of the night come approach your car while you were parked there?
No, nobody did, because I was in the truckers' parking lot, kind of far away from the cars and stuff, because right. I don't like people like staring at me or something like that, you know, and you know, I'm just,
you need some privacy.
Yeah, basically, unless I'm with my whatever girlfriend in the future. That Hartsy's here. I forgot.
Yeah, no, he's not ready for that conversation yet.
Right.
Sander says, at Hartsy, what the fuck makes you a better co-host than me? P.S. Fuck you.
I'm diverse. You gotta feel the diverse quota. I'm the Hispanic guy.
Yeah, we might struggle to get cis women on the show, but little brown kids, we got so many of them. Speaking of that, General has a question for both of you, I think. Can you have Randy record all Hartsy's lines as Tom Van McElden? Are we finally going to have Tom Van McElden and Hartsy meet each other?
Does he mean on this show, or?
Yeah, I think they want to hear the two of you speak to each other.
Oh, okay. All right, Tom. You get to speak now.
Yeah, okay. Hey there, Hartsy. I know you think of me as a great guy and everything, you know?
I think the voice you're doing is horribly offensive.
What do you mean horribly offensive?
Yeah, I can't get too deep into it, man.
Is it like looking into a mirror, but with your ears?
Yeah, exactly. It's like...
You want me to get rid of Tom?
No. I think Tom should stay for the rest of the show.
You wouldn't do that.
Want to bet? I could slap him around.
Tom, you need to lock Randy up. It's just going to be Tom and Hartsy and me from now on.
Too bad you're at the show.
Oh,
I think we're losing any ability to even comprehend what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Well, I think we fulfilled everybody's dream of Hartsy and Tom meeting each other, and maybe there will be future adventures between the two of them.
Yeah, I wasn't... I wasn't very good at Tom at...
Oh, no, I think everybody got what they... You know, the price of admission was fulfilled.
Okay. It should be quick. What Tom Vindickelding is based on, in case people don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, it's based on two assholes I once knew. One guy named Tom McMullen, the guy that used me all the time. He was an educated asshole who cheated on women. He'd cheat on Miss America. You know, he'd actually get dates with women. While Steve Hedden was a piece of shit who threw a volleyball at my head and hit me. He's the type of guy, he had no education. He was a dumb fucker, you know? And I don't know if he didn't date women very often. He mostly dated sleazebags, and so I just put them together. They're both dead now, so.
And those two characters mixed together makes Hartsy Protsy.
Yeah.
No, no, Hartsy's cool, man.
Hell yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay, here's a question for all three of us. Finally, I can actually answer something. Azu wants to know, if you had to choose between fighting current 50-year-old Mike Tyson or headbutting a hornet nest, which would you choose? And he wants to clarify, the hornets are really pissed.
I saw that, and I thought about it for a while, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson, even now, would literally kill me. And after being stung by a bunch of hornets, it would hurt like hell, but I most likely would not die. So
I mean, Hartsy, from what I know about you, death is something to be embraced and celebrated. So why are you so afraid?
Yeah, but not a very painful death.
I'm on the other side, but everybody knows I have a debilitating fear of bees, and hornets are just bees that don't die after they fucking obliterate your skin. So I'll take the punch, because, like, he might break my jaw, but most likely, after one hit, I'm gonna be knocked the fuck out, and I can just wake up in the hospital. I don't want to be running around with 50 bees stinging me. That sounds like my worst nightmare. So really, Randy, this will be down to you. You have to be the tiebreaker here.
Yes, I'd rather be punched by Mike Tyson myself, because those hornets, all those stings, I should have Googled it.
Well, it's not a single punch. It's being fought by him.
Yeah, but I think any of us would lose after one punch.
I'd be dead. I'd probably be dead.
You really think Mike Tyson's gonna go all out on a man who's older than him? I think he might give you like a gentle little punch to the face and say, "Oh, I can't even do a Mike Tyson accent." Hartsy, that might be more of your thing.
I don't know what he sounds like.
He kind of talks with a lisp. Hey, it's Mike Tyson.
Hey, it's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, basically. Have you ever watched Mike Tyson Mysteries featuring?
I have actually.
Norm Macdonald as a pigeon.
Yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Classic show.
Good show.
I once beat Mike Tyson by count out in my Mike Tyson's Punch-Out video game.
Yeah, why are you guys so afraid of Mike Tyson when, you know, Little Mac can beat his ass?
Yeah, and I'm about the height of Little Mac, so...
Yeah, literally, we could take him.
And I still have it. I still have the game.
You could probably sell that for a pretty penny, Randy, if you ever...
Yeah, all right. I'll bring it over and show you sometime.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, I will do that, sure.
Okay, so we all agreed that Hartsy is wrong, and the correct answer is Mike Tyson. Okay, Hartsy, from Mr. Coffee, he wants to know, what are your overall opinions on the recent decay of the Sonic community with the reaction towards Sonic Frontiers and fans debating whether the game should be delayed or not?
It makes me extremely disheartened. Like, the Sonic community disheartened, yeah. I'm already, like, I like to distance myself from the Sonic community because they're a bunch of, how do you say, retards. And I don't like...
I think that is the medical term.
I don't like the Sonic fan base, but I do care about the community, you know? Like, I love the Sonic franchise, so of course I care if the community is strong. And within recent times, the community seems to be just fighting each other and drifting apart because no one can seem to come to agreement.
How did Sonic the Hedgehog 2, being the greatest video game movie of all time, not unite this community under one umbrella?
I genuinely don't know. That movie is so good, it should have done that. But the reveal of Sonic Frontiers has people divided. People saying it looks like shit. It's terrible. This is going to be awful.
We need
People
Shia
say it looks
LaBeouf to make a
promising.
flag with Sonic on it, and he'll yell, "He will not divide us."
Exactly.
That could
But
work.
yeah, people are just really divided right now over really stupid things, and that makes me upset.
Well, Randy, how do you feel about the state of the Sonic community?
Well, I haven't paid attention, but I have a PlayStation 2 Sonic Mega Collection.
Awesome.
Wait, there's
Yeah.
Sonic games on the PlayStation 2?
Yeah,
The Mega Collection. I got it.
Wow.
that's awesome. I love the Sonic
bring it
Mega
over.
collection.
When are we going to get a Hartsy and Randy Sonic Let's Play?
Uh,
We have another Sonic question from Nico Taito. Hartsy, why are you so bad with Sonic lore?
Alright, here's the thing. In that episode that I was on, where I talked about Sonic lore, I thought it'd be really, really funny to just say things that are slightly wrong, to see if anyone gets really mad. And people did. Like, I actually got someone DMing me on Twitter after that video came out, saying that I was a fucking retard and I should just stop talking about Sonic altogether.
Was that from the Mumkey and Hartsy show?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said Sonic's canonical age is 15 minutes. Well, no, I said 16 when it's actually 15.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You were off by 3 days. Oh, man. I hope you got fired for that blunder for sure. Oh, here's
Yeah.
a fun question. Finally, somebody with a real fucking question. Nani wants to know, what's the best fast food franchise all three of us can agree on? Randy, can you just name your 3 favorite fast food restaurants?
Okay, yes. I like Wendy's. I like the Dairy Queen. And third one. Wait, I gotta think real quick. 3. Doggone it. That's the only 2 I really eat.
Hey, well, that's fine. Two's fine.
I'll say Subway. Okay.
Subway? I'm gonna... If we're trying to find, something in common, I'm gonna have to agree with Wendy's. I think Wendy's has really upped their game in recent years, and, I'm a big fan of Wendy's. I think the food's good. Dairy Queen, on the other hand, I'm a little worried for your taste buds, Randy. You really eat the food at Dairy Queen?
Yeah, it seems to taste good.
Oh my god! I 10 years ago I tried to get a chili dog at Dairy Queen, and it might as well have been baby vomit. It was the worst food experience, perhaps, of my entire life. Maybe they've improved, but I would only go there to get ice cream, to be honest. What about you, Hartsy?
2 out of the 3 of my favorite fast food chains are regional. To the South only. Bojangles and Cookout, and then my third would be Chick-fil-A.
I will have to agree with all 3 of those. When I lived in the South, I loved Bojangles. I still think Popeyes is better, TBH fam, but Bojangles is pretty good. And Cookout, I mean, it's legendary. Cookout should be across the entire nation. So cheap, the highest variety of quality barbecue-based foods. So fucking good.
Yeah.
Randy, have you been to a Cookout before?
I've been to Cookouts, yes.
Good. Well, so we all agree on nothing then, because Hartsy did not agree with Wendy's.
I think it's alright, but it's
What
not
about
my top 3.
Popeyes? Do you like Popeyes, Randy? You like fried
I've
chicken?
never tried Popeyes, but I've tried Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
I've never been to Popeyes either.
I don't like KFC. They make me really sad and sick.
Yeah, I agree that mashed potatoes are disgusting, really.
Yeah. Well, so we don't all 3 agree on one all-time great. We got 2 out of 3 saying Wendy's is pretty good, that's as good as you're gonna get. But I agree with Hartsy's picks, it's just that most people cannot access them.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. I really do think these are good enough places to be, countrywide, nationwide.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not. Like, what is the strategy there? Oh, no, let's just make less money. Let's just not have a Cookout in every state. Why not?
Yeah, I guess, Bojangles, that's a Cajun, is like a Southern thing. Like, Cajun-type food is Southern.
But Popeyes advertises itself as Cajun food.
Yeah, and that's nationwide. I don't get the strategy for Bojangles.
So everybody go eat some delicious fast food today. Robel wants to know, is Fortnite actually overrated? Randy, what do you think about Fortnite?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I've never played it myself, so we'll have to go to the Zoom for this one.
I know what it was. My bad.
I've played it myself. It's all right. I don't think it deserves to be super popular. It's all right.
Is it true that Mr. Beast is heavily invested in the game?
I do not know. I literally just played the game. I've never like interacted with anything other than that.
Okay, Toot.0 wants to know, what is your favorite musical? Good question. You guys big fans of musicals?
Yeah, I'm so excited that Joker 2 is going to be a musical.
Yeah, let's talk about that for 1 second, because there's some breaking entertainment industry news that Lady Gaga is going to be playing Harley Quinn, and Joker 2 is going to be a full-fledged musical, and Hartsy had a few negative things to say, being a real negative Nancy on Discord lately, Hartsy. What is your issue with this amazing news? Because personally, I think it's going to be Kino.
So here's what I thought at the time. I don't think that this version of Joker deserves a Harley Quinn. I don't think this version of Joker specifically needs a Harley Quinn, because that's just not within the character. Like, the character literally killed a woman in the last movie because he realized that she wasn't his girlfriend, or it's heavily implied that he killed her. This character does not deserve like a significant other.
Yeah, but think about, and somebody pointed this out, so it's not my point to make, but on YouTube, there was that channel, Supreme Elliot Lady, that woman who she's in love with Elliot Rodger. Why do you think after the Joker kills Murray on TV and becomes like a national hero, and they break him out of prison and shit, why do you think some crazy Harley Quinn-esque woman would not fall in love with that man?
Well, after you notice that I haven't said anything after that point was brought up, because I can't argue with it. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, do we have that much faith in women that they wouldn't be attracted to a violent murderer?
Yeah. I also wasn't too crazy about it being a musical, but then I saw a theory that, if true, would make this absolutely Kino.
Okay, let me guess. It's going to be some sort of shared mental delusion with Joker and Harley Quinn feeding into each other's mental illness, and all of the singing is really just in their imagination.
Yeah, that's
it. Yeah, whatever.
I think that would be absolutely awesome.
As long as the music is good and the acting is good, I'm going to love it no matter what. Randy, do you care about Joker? Did you see the Joker movie?
No, I didn't.
Well, you're missing out, Randy. You got to go. If you want to understand Hartsy at a cellular level, go check out Joker 2019.
Yeah, he's my Black Panther.
He's smarter than all us old folks, you know.
Murray had it coming.
Murray. And the guy on the guys on the subway had it coming too. So. Well,
so Randy, do you have a favorite musical in general?
Let's see. The Wizard of Oz back when what's her name? Judy Garland was playing Dorothy. Yeah.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, that was like a movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
I'd say I'm kind of from way back.
Yeah, it's one of the older ones, I think.
I'm one of those way back types. You know, I just pay attention, like, to a bunch of older stuff. You know.
Do you have a favorite song from that musical?
Let's see.
You've got Over the Rainbow, Yellow Brick Road, Midgets Are Funny. There's lots of great songs in there.
Yeah. I like Yellow Brick Road, yes.
Okay. What about you, Hartsy? Other than Joker 2, that has not yet been released, what is your favorite musical?
My favorite musical. This probably shouldn't count, but the South Park movie, A Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, is technically a musical, and I love that movie a lot.
You should have said that. Oops. So,
yeah, I like the, what would Scott something do? What's his name?
I don't remember. My favorite is the Devil's "I Want" song. That's a real classic.
You got what Cartman's or Kyle's Mom Is a Big Fat Bitch is a song, I think.
Yeah.
Big Fat Bitch.
Well, Blame Canada was so
Blame
good.
Canada is a great anthem.
Yeah.
Earlier I mentioned I like the Book of Mormon, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite musical, but it does have some bangers. Go listen to Spooky Mormon Hell Dream on YouTube if you want to hear a great song. I was in a lot of musicals in high school, but none of them were really good. Like South Pacific is not very good. Really don't care for it. Even though Slippin' Jimmy does like to sing the Bally High song to Kim on her voicemail.
That's stoned.
I went and saw the new version of West Side Story, and it sucked so bad I left like 20 minutes in. So probably not that one. I
didn't even know there was a new West Side Story.
Yeah, directed by Spielberg.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Kino said it was his favorite movie of the year. I walked out after 20 minutes, so, you decide. In the Heights was so boring. I also did not finish that. So maybe I don't even like musicals anymore, because I can't even finish one. I think the most recent musical I actually watched beginning to end was probably Hamilton, and I don't particularly love that one either, although I do enjoy looking around to see how lucky I am to be alive right now, so yeah, that's my answer. Book of Mormon, best musical ever written. Next question. Okay, we're about to get deep, dark, and depressed here, people, because Corey wants to know, where do you see yourselves in the next 2 to 3 years? I'm finding myself to be lacking achievable dreams, goals, and desires, but knowing what you're working towards could give me ideas. Randy, what's your 3-year plan? Where do you want to see yourself 3 years from now?
I don't know. I just hope I don't like get Alzheimer's disease or anything like my late mother, my late brother. Yeah, that's kind of a concern.
How old are you right now?
I'm 57, but people can get Alzheimer's disease like in their 40s. They say,
I think Hartsy might already have it.
Oh,
he can't even remember what joke got him in trouble.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me for interrupting.
No, you're good.
No, plus I was on that weird drug called Thorazine for like I think it was like 3 to 5 years, and I was very high on that shit, and I couldn't hardly like do any schoolwork, it just it kind of fried my brain a little bit. That's why I just repeat myself like too much.
So your 3-year goal is to just not get Alzheimer's? I think that's something everybody could probably get behind.
Yeah, I just really hope not.
That's a good goal.
It's scary to think of, because my brother, okay, I won't talk about too long, okay, but my little brother Kenny recently died from Alzheimer's plus swelling in the brain and stuff like that. So, I'm going to be going to this funeral this Thursday. Drive all the way to Wadena, which is about 200 some miles away, and my car is getting kind of ratty, so.
Well, so you have a 400-mile round trip on Thursday in a car that you think might fall apart?
Well, basically it'll run, but see, when the car stops, let's see, it's the traction control. See, usually will kick on like when there's like snow and ice, but now the traction control sometimes kicks on when it's like smooth pavement on the road, which it's not supposed to. It's just what's weird. It's what's weird about this car.
Yeah. So maybe a 3-year goal can be get a new car.
Yeah, well, I'll get a different car this year for sure. This car here, that's going to be in the Crusher. I just hope I can get somebody to film it, hopefully, but I kind of doubt it.
Oh, if you want me to film you crushing your car, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Randy, we only live like 3 hours away from each other. We can, link up anytime.
Yeah.
You, me, and Aggie, we could road trip to Vegas and, explore the rainbow in some ways, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, now the gas prices are, let's see, last I checked, was it $4.79 a gallon?
About $5.
Yeah, and it's more on, it's hard to say you live in California?
No, I live in North Carolina.
North Carolina? Oh, damn it, I'm so stupid. See how dumb I am?
I mean, it's not stupid to forget details of Hartsy's life. I barely know anything about him myself.
Yeah.
Well, I forget things every day,
Yeah. I try to forget more things than I remember. It really helps me out.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just a fucking forgetful, dumbass piece of shit. Really, I am.
And that's all of us these days. Hartsy, what's your 3-year goal other than getting the fuck out of high school?
Well, I honestly don't think, I don't think I'll be alive in 3 years.
Oh,
honestly.
shut up, you fucking pansy.
Please be alive.
Yeah, he thinks he won't live to 20.
Yeah, I mean,
shut up.
Please
I just don't really see things improving for me. But then again, things could. I never know. But,
I mean, you haven't even lived real life yet. You still are in fucking high school. At least give real life a try.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Please don't commit suicide, Hartsy, if you're thinking about it.
As soon as we record our podcast on the finale of Better Call Saul, he's just gonna fucking jump off a bridge.
Yeah, I hope you don't think of killing
Well, now
yourself.
that I've put that into the world, now he can't do it because he would be copying me.
Yeah, now I can't do that. Fuck you.
Oh, good.
I'm ruining it for him.
Yeah.
So what, is that your goal, to be alive in 3 years? You so stupid.
Well, no. I really want to get into the groove of actually doing shit online, making shit. Because so far, 5 months ago, I made a video saying a new video every month.
Well, I thought that was a good prank.
Yeah, that was a prank. But I'm just so I would spend hours writing something and then recording the dialogue and everything, and then I realize this shit is so unfunny, then I scrap it entirely. Then I stop for a while, then I get back.
Well, just do what I do and be unfunny on purpose so that when you're actually making a good joke, people can appreciate it more.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, a 90 to 10 ratio, 90 bad jokes for every 10 good jokes.
I guess in 3 years, if things do improve, I want to see myself just really pumping out stuff, pumping out content, because I have a lot of ideas.
And I guess I probably should have thought of my answer before this exact moment, but I mean, 3 years from now, I'm going to be almost 30. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Randy, what's it like turning 30? Was that a good time?
Let's see. It was getting better. I was dating a very pretty lady at the time, and we had lots of good times. I once drove her father's 1994 Mustang GT convertible, and that climbed up the hills easy in Mankato. While my '89 Cougar struggled.
So yeah, I mean, if Randy, if Randy's 30s were kicking and fly, me and Hartsy, maybe we stand a chance as well.
Maybe.
I think given that the economy is going to shit and gas just keeps getting more expensive, and gas is soon going to be more expensive than the minimum wage, I think just any financial goal would be a good one for me to have, to have a 6-figure net worth by age 30 would probably be good, if not completely unreasonable given Biden's economy that he's thrust upon us. So even though it's probably not likely, maybe that's what I'll try to do. Just try to have more money so that when the world really falls apart, I'm not going to be completely fucked.
You just gotta wait for the Great Reset, man. It's coming.
Oh, I'm waiting. I stocked up on ramen, so I'm ready for the Great Reset. Got lots of fucking top ramen in my cabinet now.
I just hope people don't do those gas drive-offs and not pay the people that own gas stations, because that's really dick and stuff.
Yeah, I need those oil CEOs to get more money.
No. What I mean is, the small gas station owners.
The mom and pop shops that were
the
ones that were forced into bankruptcy during COVID.
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, though, is when gas prices get a lot higher, people tend to drive up and not pay for gas.
It's a dine and dash, but with your car.
Yeah, well, I'll pay. I always pay for it myself, cash or credit. Because I like to live the honest life.
That's right.
Yes,
Well, boys, somehow, some way, we made it to the end of the podcast. So if you guys have anything you want to plug, anybody you want to hug, anything that makes you shrug, let's hear it. Randy, what should people go check out?
Could Hartsy go first?
Yeah, Hartsy, go ahead.
Hartsy Potsy on YouTube. That's me.
Okay, I'm Randy the Wild Horse on YouTube and on Twitter. Let's see, how many things can I add? Just two? Or?
You can go as long as you want.
Okay, and I'm also on Pinterest for the elderly people like myself.
Oh, is Pinterest only for old people now?
Oh no, not technically, but you know, it's easy to do. You just like put up pictures and stuff of favorite things.
What about Facebook? Can people add you on Facebook?
I don't like Facebook.
Same.
I only have like my mom's account. And
what about OnlyFans?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just not into Facebook because I've seen too many people on Facebook. Look, I just mowed my lawn. Look, I washed my dishes. Look, I'm eating a hamburger.
Hey, Randy, I'll have you know a lot of people are proud to have a lawn to mow. God damn it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No, but I mean, people bragging about, you know, mowing their lawn. I mean, big deal, really.
Yeah. Hartsy, what kind of stuff do you post on Facebook?
I
Memes?
don't have a Facebook.
You're not sharing Minion memes?
No, that's a life I wish to attain one day, though.
Yeah, one day you'll be the funny Facebook ant.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Well, folks, thank you guys, Randy and Hartsy, for taking the time to come on, climb up into my treehouse. I hope to have you both back to visit very soon. And for everybody at home, if you want to support this show, join the Patreon Discord and ask a question. You can go to patreon.com/mumkey. And I think that's it, folks. I will give the two of you the final words.
See ya.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm just glad I'm with professionals and like the clowns I used to know. Okay.